The next options we have to decide is how PractiCAD is going to ask us to choose the entities we want the collision detect against. You will notice right here that we have an option for first selection set. And we get a drop-down menu that says interactive selection, duct line all, duct line from to, line forward and backwards, all drawing, and current selection. These are the identical selection scenarios we have in the auto selection automatics. Please make sure you've watched the tutorials on auto selection, selection tab full, if you do not understand exactly what all these selection criteria do. What we've got currently on our drawing is we've already highlighted, as you can see here, duct and steel. So we're going to say when we run this automatic that the first selection set is going to be chosen by current selection. And that means whatever is highlighted on the drawing at this time. However, if we said the first selection set is going to be chosen by duct line forward, when we press OK, PractiCAD in the command line is going to ask us to select a duct line forward as our first selection set. Then after that, it's going to ask us, what do we want as our second selection set? How do we want to choose it? Now in this particular case, you can see on the screen, it's broken into two choices. And we're going to go over them one at a time. The first choice is the second selection set, and it's got PractiCAD in parentheses. This means after we've chosen our entities for the first selection set, what do we want to collide against? And check PractiCAD entities or AutoCAD entities. Notice currently if we check AutoCAD entities, these choices here will open up. So we can choose whether or not we'd like to just collision detect against PractiCAD entities, or we can come down here and collide against AutoCAD entities like lines, polylines, 3D solids, and polyface mesh lines, which are also known as Revit lines currently. What we're going to do for the first part is focus on choosing the second selection set. And what we're going to do here is we're just going to switch it to interactive. This way we can watch the difference between the first selection and the second selection. Now right now, every single box in this collision grid happens to be checked. And we're going to go over this matrix in a minute. But right now what we're going to do is just note that first selection set, current selection, second selection set for PractiCAD, interactive. If we press OK, you can see that it's asking in the command line to select an object. Notice that it let go of the duct. The reason why is we chose the first selection set based on whatever was currently selected. So that's already been chosen. What PractiCAD's asking us for here is the second selection set. And it's looking for us to pick one or multiple PractiCAD objects. And what we're going to do is just click on the beam, and then we're going to hit enter. And when we do that, PractiCAD checks the first selection set, which was all the entities highlighted, against the second one. And then the collision automatic is run, and we have our collision mark on the drawing.